Revealed, the 7 shocking secrets of the super elderly for young man's muscles at 80. Have you ever wondered how some people in their 80s manage to maintain impressive strength? Why do some seniors become dependent on caregivers while others travel the world in their 90s? What's the secret that doctors and aging experts are hiding from you? By the age of 80, most people lose up to 50% of their muscle mass compared to their youth. Sarcopenia affects more than 50 million seniors globally, quietly robbing countless people of their independence. Annually, more than 300,000 elderly people are hospitalized due to falls directly related to muscle weakness. What is really surprising is that studies published in the Journal of Physiology show that significant muscle loss is not inevitable. While many septuagenarians find it difficult to climb stairs or get up unaided, there is an impressive group of seniors who retain the strength, functionality, and appearance of people decades younger. These super seniors often demonstrate remarkable abilities, outperforming much younger people on tests of strength. They continue to engage in activities such as hiking, sports, and maintaining complete independence well into their 90s. What is their strategy? Researchers at the Mayo Clinic have identified specific practices that significantly slow down and may even reverse muscle loss associated with aging. Practices that 93% of older adults are completely unaware of. The most essential technique, identified by researchers at Harvard Medical School as capable of rebuilding lost muscle even in people in their 70s and 80s, is often overlooked by health professionals. Stay with us until the end, as the first secret is probably something you're mismanaging on a daily basis. This is a common mistake that activates genetic pathways leading to increased muscle deterioration. How you deal with this particular habit can determine whether you will thrive independently or depend on others in old age. Let's get started. It can initiate powerful muscle preservation pathways that most people will never activate. Secret number 2, the window of protein opportunity that 93% of seniors waste daily. Many seniors focus on their protein intake, but studies indicate that the timing of consumption may be even more important. With advancing age, our bodies exhibit a decreased efficiency in protein utilization, a phenomenon recognized by scientists as anabolic resistance. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition indicates that older adults should consume protein at various intervals throughout the day. This approach contrasts with the common practice among many older adults of concentrating protein intake in a single meal. This is the essential aspect. The period after each meal presents a crucial opportunity for protein synthesis in your muscles. This window of opportunity typically lasts about 3 to 4 hours after feeding. Consuming all of your protein at dinner, as is common among many seniors, results in missed opportunities for muscle building throughout the day. The super elderly maximize each daily metabolic window by turning protein into new muscle tissue 3 times a day instead of just once. The ideal strategy involves consuming 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein at each meal. This amount should be distributed consistently throughout the day to optimize muscle protein synthesis. Breakfast should incorporate protein sources such as eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie. These options are superior to relying solely on toast or cereal, which offer little support for muscle maintenance. For lunch and dinner, it is advisable to maintain this approach by incorporating lean meats, fish, dairy products, or vegetable proteins. Beans and lentils are excellent options for those following a vegetarian diet. Implementing this timing strategy can improve muscle protein synthesis by up to 25%. This increase occurs when compared to consuming the same amount of protein in fewer meals throughout the day. In a 12-week study conducted by the University of Texas, participants who adhered to this method experienced an average gain of 1 pound of muscle. Notably, these gains were achieved by maintaining their existing lifestyle, without additional modifications to exercise or other practices. It's essential to recognize that the timing of your protein intake plays a crucial role in muscle development. This factor works in conjunction with the amount consumed and can significantly influence whether your muscles thrive or deteriorate. Did you consume protein at every meal today? Or are you wasting 2 of the 3 daily opportunities to strengthen your muscles? Accelerated muscle loss after age 60 can often be traced back to the simple nutritional error repeated 3 times a day, 365 days a year. Secret number 3. The muscle vitamin your doctor probably never mentioned. It is noteworthy that more than 80% of older adults are deficient in what researchers have identified as the muscle vitamin. Vitamin D deficiency is widespread among older adults and is quietly undermining its strength in ways that few understand. This situation is significant for several reasons that go far beyond bone health. Recent findings from Harvard researchers indicate that vitamin D plays a direct role in activating genes crucial for muscle protein synthesis and growth. The muscle cells in your body have distinct vitamin D receptors that, when activated, initiate pathways responsible for the development and maintenance of muscle tissue. A remarkable study published in JAMA Internal Medicine revealed that seniors maintaining optimal vitamin D levels exhibited 25% more muscle strength. This increase was observed compared to individuals with disabilities of the same age. They demonstrated markedly improved balance, coordination, and reaction time, all of which are essential for preventing falls and maintaining independence. Individuals known as the super elderly, who exhibit remarkable vitality well past the age of 80, consistently demonstrate optimal levels of vitamin D, exceeding 40 nanograms per milliliter in their blood. In contrast, the typical elderly often have levels below 20 nanograms per milliliter, a range recognized as deficient. What are the best strategies to optimize your vitamin D levels and preserve your muscle strength? While sun exposure is beneficial, its effectiveness decreases with age, as our skin generates 50% less vitamin D from the sun as we age. Many seniors require additional supplementation. However, the typical recommendation of 600 international units per day is significantly lower than necessary. Studies indicate that most older adults need between 2,000 and 4,000 international units daily to reach optimal levels. These dosages should be adjusted according to individual blood test results to ensure safety and effectiveness. Integrate this with vitamin D-rich foods like fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified dairy products. Also add 15 to 20 minutes of direct midday sun exposure whenever possible to maximize benefits. An important caveat: vitamin D works in harmony with vitamin K2, which ensures that calcium is directed to your bones instead of your arteries. However, enough K2 is typically found in fermented foods and specific animal products, which many seniors do not consume regularly. High levels of vitamin D supplementation without adequate K2 can potentially be linked to the process of arterial calcification. This critical connection between vitamins is often overlooked, but it has the potential to significantly impact your health outcomes. Consult your doctor about getting a blood test for vitamin D to assess your current levels. Aim to improve these levels to exceed 40 nanograms per milliliter for optimal muscle preservation. When was the last time you checked your vitamin D levels? The answer may explain why you're losing strength faster than necessary. Secret number 4. The silent villain that's eating away at your muscles while you sleep. What similarities are there between super seniors who exhibit remarkable muscle strength even at advanced ages? They all exhibit remarkably low levels of chronic inflammation in their bodies. Researchers now recognize that chronic low-grade inflammation, often referred to as inflammaging, plays a significant role in the muscle loss seen in older adults. This silent inflammatory mechanism triggers molecular pathways that degrade muscle proteins faster than your body can regenerate them. It is particularly concerning that inflammation interferes with anabolic signals, which are essential for promoting muscle growth after exercise or protein intake. A significant study conducted by Tufts University has revealed something alarming about inflammation and muscle loss. Older adults exhibiting elevated inflammatory markers experienced a rate of muscle mass loss 3 times higher than their peers with lower levels. This acceleration occurred regardless of their exercise routines or protein consumption. Silent inflammation is like a slow fire eating away at your muscle tissue, even as you follow all the other recommendations for strength and health. Individuals who exhibit remarkable longevity and vitality adhere to specific anti-inflammatory approaches that many older grown-ups tend to neglect. Initially, they emphasize the importance of sleep quality, ensuring 7 to 8 hours of uninterrupted rest in completely darkened environments. Lack of sleep can elevate inflammatory cytokines by up to 40%, which directly contributes to the acceleration of muscle breakdown. Second, they pay careful attention to gut health, an often overlooked factor in muscle preservation. Recent findings from the University of California indicate that changes in gut bacteria associated with aging play a direct role in systemic inflammation. Individuals known for their exceptional longevity incorporate a variety of fiber sources into their daily diets. They aim to consume more than 30 distinct plant foods each week, creating a diverse and healthy gut environment. They also include fermented options like yogurt, kefir, and sauerkraut, which are rich in natural probiotics that fight inflammation. Third, they approach exercise intensity with a strategic mindset based on the science of inflammation. Consistent movement is essential, however. Engaging in excessive high-intensity exercise can lead to increased inflammation in older adults. Individuals who excel at maintaining their youth often engage in moderate-intensity exercise most days. They incorporate brief intervals of high intensity only once or twice a week, balancing the benefits with the inflammatory potential. They consistently incorporate specific anti-inflammatory compounds, particularly omega-3 fatty acids, at a dosage of 2 to 3 grams daily. These can come from fatty fish or supplements, along with curcumin from turmeric and polyphenol-rich foods. Berries, green tea, and extra virgin olive oil are powerful sources of these anti-inflammatory compounds. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition indicates that this combination can lead to a reduction in inflammatory markers by up to 29% within a 12-week period. It is advisable to monitor your inflammation levels through a direct blood test that measures high-sensitivity C-reactive protein, HAS-CRP. Individuals classified as super elderly usually exhibit levels below a 0 mg per liter. This figure contrasts sharply with the average senior, who tends to have levels 3 to 5 times higher, accelerating their muscle loss involuntarily. What changes could you make today to reduce your chronic inflammation and protect your muscles from accelerated wear and tear? Perhaps it's time to make modifications to your sleep, diet, or supplementation to extinguish this silent fire in your body. Secret number 5. The key nutrients that turn protein into real muscle, even after 70. While conventional nutritional guidelines often emphasize macronutrients such as protein, carbohydrates, and fats, super seniors carefully consider specific micronutrients. These elements play a crucial role in enhancing muscle function and facilitating protein synthesis, especially after the age of 70. Essential nutrients play a key role in allowing your body to effectively utilize protein intake and maximize the advantages of your exercise regimen. In the absence of these factors, it is possible to consume adequate protein and maintain a consistent exercise regimen, but still experience a decline in muscle mass. Magnesium stands out as a crucial element, often referred to by researchers at the University of Vermont as the forgotten electrolyte, essential for optimal muscle health. A significant majority of older adults, exceeding 70%, exhibit deficiency in this essential mineral. Magnesium plays a crucial role in more than 300 enzymatic reactions associated with muscle function, cellular energization, and recovery. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2021 revealed the transformative impact of magnesium on the strength of older adults. Older adults with adequate magnesium levels exhibited a 30% increase in grip strength and markedly improved physical performance. These benefits have been observed compared to individuals experiencing even mild deficiencies of this mineral. Individuals known for their exceptional longevity frequently include magnesium-rich foods in their daily diet. Dark green vegetables, nuts, seeds, and dark chocolate are regularly incorporated into your meals. They often increase their intake with highly bioavailable supplements like magnesium, glycinate, or threonate, which are better absorbed than more common forms. Creatine is another supplement that extends its benefits beyond just young bodybuilders, with particularly potent effects in older adults. Findings from McMaster University indicate that seniors who supplemented with creatine experienced notable increases in muscle mass, strength, and cognitive function. These benefits outweighed the results obtained with strength training alone, making it a powerful tool in the anti-aging arsenal. Consuming 3 to 5 grams daily can improve muscle energy production and raise the water content within muscle cells. This moisturizing effect creates an anabolic environment that favors the growth and maintenance of tissue, even in the very elderly. Methylated vitamin B12 is an often underestimated B vitamin that becomes increasingly crucial with advancing age. With aging, the efficiency of B12 absorption decreases significantly, mainly due to a decline in stomach acid production. It is particularly alarming that widely used drugs such as metformin and proton pump inhibitors contribute to the depletion of this vital vitamin. A deficiency has a direct effect on muscle energy production and the functioning of the nerves that control your muscles. Individuals who excel in aging often choose to supplement with methylcobalamin, the bioactive form. This form is superior to the more economical cobalamin variant, commonly present in standard multivitamins but poorly absorbed by the elderly. Cofactor minerals such as zinc, selenium, and chromium play a vital role in supporting protein synthesis and improving insulin sensitivity. Both are essential for the effective delivery of nutrients to muscle tissue and for the activation of growth pathways. A thorough investigation conducted by Tufts University revealed that older adults with adequate levels of these trace minerals preserved much more muscle mass. Participants maintained up to 22% more muscle mass over 5 years compared to those with deficiencies. Instead of relying on a generic multivitamin, individuals who excel in aging often undergo micronutrient testing. This approach allows you to identify your unique deficiencies and customize your supplementation accordingly, ensuring they meet your specific biochemical needs. This personalized strategy avoids unnecessary spending on nutrients that are not essential to your individual biochemistry. Which of these nutrients are you actively incorporating into your daily diet? Your answer may explain why some people your age seem to age much more slowly than you do. Secret number 6, the brain-muscle connection that determines whether you'll be independent or dependent. There is an intriguing topic that many older people are completely unaware of. The phenomenon of muscle loss goes beyond muscle fibers. The initial decline typically occurs in the connection between your nerves and muscles, a factor that rarely receives medical attention. These connections, known as neuromuscular junctions, work in a similar way to electrical outlets, providing the energy needed for muscle activation. As deterioration occurs, a process that accelerates significantly after the age of 60, the brain's ability to communicate effectively with muscles decreases. This decline happens regardless of protein intake or exercise frequency, explaining why some conventional approaches fail. Recent research conducted at the University of Michigan revealed that super seniors exhibiting exceptional strength demonstrate significantly better health outcomes. These benefits are evident when compared to their typical elderly peers, and the difference often lies in the health of the neuromuscular joints. Super seniors maintain potent communication pathways between brain and muscle, allowing them to activate more muscle fibers with each movement they make. Notably, researchers have identified particular methods that can sustain and potentially rejuvenate these essential connections, even at advanced ages. The initial practice involves distinct movement patterns that require precision and coordination, very different from simple walking or lifting weights. Engaging in activities such as Tai Chi, dance, tennis, or even ping pong has demonstrated a unique ability to improve neural connections to muscles. These benefits outweigh those obtained with simple walking or conventional strength training methods, which do not challenge neural pathways in the same way. These activities compel your nervous system to engage muscle fibers in specific patterns, strengthening neuromuscular junctions and reinforcing neural pathways. A study published in 2020 in the Journal of Physiology revealed impressive results on coordination activities. Older adults participating in activities that require coordination twice a week experienced a 31% improvement in the preservation of neuromuscular junctions. These benefits were seen compared to those who only engaged in traditional exercise routines that did not emphasize the brain-muscle connection. The second practice focuses on compounds specifically designed to improve neuromuscular health through targeted nutritional interventions. Research indicates that alpha-lipoic acid and acetyl-L-carnitine provide protective benefits to the nerve-muscle connection against oxidative damage. Particularly noteworthy, specific variants of vitamin B1, such as benfotiamine, have the potential to increase acetylcholine levels. This key neurotransmitter is responsible for muscle activation and tends to decrease dramatically with age, compromising strength and coordination. Individuals known as super seniors engage in targeted breathing techniques that stimulate the vagus nerve. This nerve plays a crucial role in regulating neuromuscular communication and reducing systemic inflammation that affects these connections. Engaging in simple techniques like square breathing, where you inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold for 4 more, can have significant benefits. Practicing this pattern daily for just 5 minutes can improve neural activation of muscles by up to 15%, especially in older adults. The connection between cognitive engagement and neuromuscular preservation is particularly intriguing and little known. A groundbreaking study conducted by Columbia University revealed that older adults who consistently participate in complex cognitive activities exhibited markedly improved muscle function. The researchers determined that engaging in cognitive challenges has a direct positive impact on the neuromuscular system via interconnected neural pathways. Through the application of these neuromuscular preservation strategies, super seniors sustain the essential connections that allow their brains to efficiently engage muscle fibers. These benefits continue well into their 80s and beyond, by which time many of their peers have lost these vital connections. When was the last time you challenged your brain and body simultaneously with a new coordination skill? The answer may explain a lot about why some older people remain independent while others need caregivers. Secret number 7. The training technique. Harvard has found to be more powerful than any supplement. The most crucial habit that distinguishes octogenarians with remarkable strength was identified after decades of rigorous research. This practice, which researchers at Tufts University have considered the most effective anti-aging intervention ever found, is progressive resistance training. However, it is important to note that this approach differs significantly from the typical methods employed by many older adults in gyms and health centers. The super elderly exhibiting strength levels significantly younger than their chronological age engage in resistance training following specific protocols. These protocols effectively address the biological processes underlying muscle loss in ways that conventional exercise cannot. There is a fundamental truth that many seniors often overlook. Muscle function strictly adheres to the use it or lose it principle. However, it is crucial that muscles are subjected to progressive challenges to ensure their preservation, especially after the age of 60. Engaging in walking, water aerobics, or consistently using the same light weights week after week is insufficient to preserve muscle mass beyond the age of 60. What distinguishes the super elderly approach to training is revolutionary and based on decades of scientific research. The primary emphasis is placed on intensity over duration, contrary to the conventional wisdom often offered to the elderly. Findings from McMaster University indicate that older adults engaging in high-intensity resistance training experienced remarkable results. Those who trained approaching muscle failure twice a week saw greater muscle gains compared to those who participated in moderate intensity training 5 times a week. Achieving momentary muscle failure is crucial to maximizing growth at older ages. This is the stage at which you can no longer perform another repetition while maintaining proper form, sending powerful growth signals to the body. This stimulus triggers significant anabolic responses that stimulate muscle protein synthesis for up to 72 hours after exercise. The secret lies not in spending hours in the gym, but in providing the precise stimulation that activates genetic muscle-building pathways, even at ages where that seems impossible. Second, individuals who age gracefully focus on compound movements that activate multiple muscle groups simultaneously. Squats, deadlifts, rows, bench presses, and pull-ups can often be tailored to meet individual mobility and joint health needs. These compound movements elicit a more significant hormonal response compared to isolation exercises, such as biceps curls or leg extensions. Third, they apply the principle of progressive overload, which involves systematically increasing resistance or difficulty over time. Your muscles respond to the stress you impose, which means that consistently using the same weights results in a plateau in progress. Super seniors meticulously monitor their exercise routines and consistently challenge themselves to achieve incremental improvements over time. This steady progression keeps the growth signal active, preventing the adaptation that leads to stagnation. Fourth, there is a focus on the eccentric or downhill phases of exercise, which studies indicate are especially beneficial for improving strength in older adults. Lowering weights gradually results in greater tension within the muscle fibers while minimizing stress on the joints. This approach demonstrates remarkable effectiveness, even for individuals who start their fitness journey late in life. A significant study conducted by the University of Alabama revealed transformative results for seniors engaged in resistance training. Individuals in their 70s who practiced progressive resistance training experienced an average gain of 1.5 pounds of muscle. In addition, they observed a remarkable 35% increase in strength within a period of just 12 weeks. Notably, these changes were accompanied by improvements in blood glucose control, bone density, and cognitive function, showing benefits beyond muscle. What is the most prevalent mistake that older people tend to make in relation to muscle preservation? It is the misconception that resistance training poses risks or lacks relevance for individuals at this stage of life. Contrarily, neglecting resistance training poses significant risks, allowing for continued deterioration of muscle mass. This neglect ultimately results in increased frailty, increased likelihood of falls, and potential loss of independence in later years. Implementing just this habit out of all the ones mentioned in this video should focus on progressive resistance training. Start your journey with expert guidance to ensure correct technique and safety. Start at appropriate intensities aligned with your existing fitness level and progressively work your way up from there. Engaging in just 2 30-minute sessions weekly can significantly alter the course of your aging process and muscle preservation. Do you know someone who is aging with extraordinary strength and vitality? Look closely, and you'll likely find that they incorporate some form of resistance training into their routine while maintaining the stimulation their muscles need to thrive. The action plan that can reverse years of muscle loss. We've reached the end of our journey by revealing the 7 transformative secrets that can preserve your muscle mass and independence for decades to come. You now have knowledge that most seniors, and many health professionals, are completely unaware of about preventing and reversing muscle loss. The real power lies in implementing these principles, starting today with concrete actions that can literally change the course of your aging process. Start by incorporating progressive resistance training twice a week, even if initially with light weights or elastic bands. This fundamental habit will lay the foundation for all the other benefits, signaling to your body that muscle mass must be preserved and strengthened. Distribute your protein evenly across the 3 main meals, ensuring 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein at each. This simple adjustment in the timing of your nutrition can significantly increase muscle protein synthesis without necessarily increasing your total caloric intake. Check your vitamin D levels through a blood test and implement proper supplementation as needed. Optimizing this crucial nutrient often produces remarkable improvements in strength, balance, and overall well-being in just a few weeks. Incorporate a daily stress reduction practice like meditation, deep breathing, or Tai Chi to minimize systemic inflammation. These practices have been proven to reduce inflammatory markers that accelerate muscle breakdown, especially after age 60. Try mild hormetic stressors, like ending your shower with cold water for 30 seconds or practicing intermittent fasting 12 hours overnight. These controlled challenges activate genetic longevity pathways that improve mitochondrial function and strengthen your cellular resilience naturally. Incorporate specific supplements like magnesium, creatine, and methylated vitamin B12 as appropriate for your individual situation. These nutrients often represent missing links in the chain of muscle preservation, especially for older adults. Finally, Engage in activities that challenge your neuromuscular joints through coordination movements such as dance, tai chi, or racket sports. These practices strengthen the vital connections between your brain and muscles, ensuring that you can effectively recruit your muscle fibers when needed. Remember, you are not destined to lose your strength, independence, or quality of life as you age. Thousands of adults in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s are proving that the dramatic decline that many consider normal is actually completely optional. The choices you make today will unequivocally determine your physical reality for decades to come. Will you choose the path of preservation and vitality, or will you accept the decline that so many consider inevitable? The science is clear. Age is just a number, and your biology will respond remarkably well to correct practices no matter your current age. Start today by implementing just one of these transformative habits and gradually add the others to your routine over the next few weeks. Your future independence, vitality, and quality of life depend on the decisions you make today. Which of these 10 secrets will you implement first?